Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Four news stories for you is firstly an update for you from Tigray, where Muslims are planning to protest next week. It seems is the decision made by Wareda Court about hijab issue being implemented or not. Secondly, Ethiopian students will have to work harder now. A new directive is being prepared. You know that Ethiopian students, when they study at universities, they are provided with housing and meals by the government. And when they are employed, they get employment after the degree, then they pay back the loan, you can say. The amount of this loan has been increased by the government many-fold, it seems. Thirdly, viewers, another political party has withdrawn from the national dialogue. Which party? What is the point of having such a dialogue which is being boycotted by opposition and other parties? Lastly, Fano of fighters have released a video showing their new recruitments. Where is this video from? What does this video indicate? Are large scale recruitments still ongoing? Did military operations succeed in downgrading Fano's capabilities in terms of numbers? Let's start, viewers, from Tigray. Some viewers, I wouldn't say all, they accuse me of highlighting this hijab issue out of proportion. This is Sajid, you are against Muslims, against Tigrayans, against Tigray. You want to create divisions in Tigray. We are already suffering. People of Tigray are already suffering, and you are turning into a source of more suffering. Uh, when I read the comments, really, I feel bad, by the way. When I talked about divisions in TPLF, I faced similar criticism. When I talk about divisions in Fano, when I talk about failures of Fano, I face the same thing. When I talk about flaws in Ola strategy, people just start slamming me. Uh, Updates are coming about what is happening in Axom. Shouldn't I share the updates with you? Should you sweep the dirt under the carpet or should you try to remove it? What should you do? It's up to the people of Tigray, up to government of Tigray, up to Muslims of Tigray to decide. My job is reporting. I report. Why should I hide? I mean, if a court is giving a verdict about hijab issue, shouldn't I update you? My job is that I should update you. So whatever some viewers say, I'll continue my coverage of this issue. Why? Because if we are covering the political issues, religious issues, security issues happening in other parts of Ethiopia, why not in Tigray? I mean, I covered in detail the splits in the association of Ethiopia. I told you about divisions there. This is what I do. Now, an update is that we know that a district court in Axom gave a temporary decision. It asked schools to let the students, female students, rejoin. And letting the students, it asked the authorities, school authorities, to allow students to wear hijab until next hearing, which will be after a week, I think. Then Tigray Education Bureau, Regional Education Bureau wrote a letter to asking the schools to uh, respect the rights of Muslim students. Still, the female Muslim students are not being allowed to rejoin the schools. This morning, on Friday morning, when the female students were suspended, over 100, when they went to the school wearing hijabs, they were not allowed to uh, be part of the uh, activities, educational activities at the school. So they returned. Issue unsolved. Court order being violated. Tigray regional government's order being violated. Who is violating these orders? Schools? Can they do that on their own? They cannot. I believe that TPLF, Debrecen group, does not want to solve this issue. It is backing school authorities reportedly. That is why they are. Otherwise, the schools cannot say no to the decision of the regional government or to the decision of a court. It seems that TPLF people are backing school authorities, and that is why school authorities are violating court orders. Firstly, secondly, Muslims were due to protest today, but they postponed the protest, and now they're planning to protest on Wednesday. I think Epiphany will be celebrated next week, and Muslims are saying that if their grievances are not solved, they will be forced to protest. They say they don't want to disrupt Epiphany celebrations. They only want to voice their concerns. The issue is unsolved. Tigray regional government, I believe, is helpless. It does not have its authority in TPLF controlled areas. TPLF is in TPLF. Debrecen is in control of Axom government, I believe. So Getachew government's education bureau can only issue statements. TPLF or Tigray military can play a role. Otherwise, the way this issue is being highlighted, I don't think that Muslim community will back down, because uh, Ethiopian Islamic Affairs Supreme Council is also backing Tigray Islamic Affairs Supreme Council on this issue. I think the elders should sit and solve this issue. TPLF, Tigray Security Forces, they should part of talks. Either all the schools in entire Tigray should impose a ban on hijab, and they should have genuine reasons to impose a ban. They should convince Muslims. They should have the legal ground to impose a ban, or no school individually can impose such a ban. Let's see how the issue is settled. Lastly, viewers, it seems that Ethiopian students will have to work harder now to pay back the loans which they get in the form of housing, meals, etc. by the government. Ethiopian university students don't have to pay for their meals, for their lodging, because government provides these facilities to the students. And recently, if you remember, government increased the daily limit of money for meals from 22 bir to 100 bir. Universities were complaining that they were not able to feed students, so with just 20 bir budget for one student. So now the daily meal allowance for a single student has been increased to 100 bir. And when the Ethiopian students complete their degrees and they get jobs, then they pay back the loans, which used to be around 25,000 to 35,000 birs. But the government has increased the amount of loan. Same facility being provided, meal, uh, hostel, etc. But amount of loan has been increased. Now students will have to pay over 20,000 bears to the authorities, keeping in view the situation of jobs, keeping in view the dismal economic outlook. How will the students pay this huge sum of money? 120,000 bears. Uh, will they be offered profitable jobs? How much will be the increase in the salaries of the government people? And is government creating some highly paid jobs? Definitely not a good news for the Ethiopian students. And this new direction, this new directive is going to be implemented. Reportedly, Fano Naga is criticized for his performance at the Ministry of Education. We know that the result of 12th grade exam was criticized by several circles, and they said that Naga failed. Naga says that he's introducing a system which is fair, which will produce uh, competent and skilled generation of students. But how will they pay for 120,000 bus? That question should be answered by Naga. Thirdly, was another political party has announced to boycott national dialogue. From day one, if you remember, I have been opposing this dialogue. Dialogue Commission was formed after Parliament approved it. Budget was approved for it. The people, National Law Commissioners, are being paid uh, huge salaries, and the result is zero. Parties are gradually boycotting. No major armed group is part of this national dialogue. Fano, Ola, Tigray fighters. No major party is part of the national dialogue. TPLF, Oromo Federalist Congress, or the National Liberation Front, Oromo Liberation Front, Balderas, uh, and yesterday, Siddhama Democratic Party, Siddhama Federalist Party rather, announced boycott of the National Dialogue Commission. The party said that the Dialogue Commission's procedure is not inclusive. Prosperity Party is running this show, and this dialogue will not produce any results. It won't lead to any change. This is what other parties have been saying to caucus of opposition parties, an umbrella of 10 political parties boycotted National Dialogue Commission. Why is that millions of birds are being wasted on this practice? When everyone knows that this dialogue will not, this commission won't yield anything. Basically, Ethiopian government of PM Abiy is using the commission to show to the international community that he believes in dialogue. He believes in reconciliation. And whenever international community, foreign players ask him to solve issues, to solve conflicts, he says, we have established National Dialogue Commission. You see, our commissioners are collecting people's demands, discussions ongoing, and definitely will reach some big decisions. This is what this commission is being used for political purpose. Otherwise, it is achieving nothing. Last viewers, Fano fighters have released a video showing new recruitments. The video is from Gojam, Digga, remote Gojam, where new recruits can be seen. Hundreds of new recruits can be seen in this video. This is the only sector where Ethiopian youths can get jobs. Fano, Ola, ready to welcome Ethiopian youth. Then militias, Ethiopian National Defense Force, all opening their arms for Ethiopian students who should rather be employed by international organizations who should be skilled, who should lead some economic IT revolution. Their talents are being wasted fighting, dying